Canva has changed a lot, and there are new things that have been launched of late. As you can see, this is how their dashboard looks. A lot has been moved around, and there are new features that have been added. If you're just getting back into Canva and you want to see some of the announcements, you can always play here, and you can upgrade if you want to Canva Pro just from here. And also you can be able to see like what's new. So as you can see, you can be able to just come in and you can search for new templates from there. Yeah, and you can easily get started. So much has been added. You can see from just here, you can see we have now sheet. This is just similar to Spreadsheet or to Google Sheets. Yeah. We also have now photo editor. It used to have, but now it has been enhanced. It's much better. And even when you go to the website, right now you are able to, initially you could only create a website, but now you're able to generate even code for people who write code. You don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to be a programmer in profession. You can just come in and you can write whatever you want. Let's say you want a sales funnel, you just write. You want a website, you want a landing page, you just have to write and it will give you that. Now if you look here, they have added, you can just create new from here if you want. You can see, and you're able to select from this panel whatever you want to create. If it's presentations, if social media, if you want to edit an image, you can do that in here. Yeah. The other things is you can see, and now you have Canva AI. It was there before, but now it has been added on this part. And when we go in, so we are going just to play a little with the new feature. That's the Canva. We can call it Canva sheet. So I'm just going to click on it like that, and you can see it just looks similar to how a normal Google Sheet or spreadsheet looks like. And so you are able to come in and to do a couple of things, like you can enter data, you can create whatever you want to create, and you can also be able to export whatever you have created. And you can be able to also easily just share with other members. You can add your team members here. If you're working for a company, you can share a link that's for public view. You can also just download it and maybe email it. Yeah, and you can be able to do more to see how you can be able to even share this. You can share it even, you can see there's option for website. And so there are so many, you can directly email from here and all that. Yeah, so we're just going to quickly do something here. So I'm just going to create a little spreadsheet for, let's say, school, and I'll just have here a name. So I'll have here name, let's say is a student name. Let's say this student is in English class, is in math class, is in science class, is in geography class, and let's say is in history class. And so I have added here a couple of things. So if I want to edit, to format, as usual, you highlight just the way you highlight a normal Google Sheet, and then you have more options up here. So since these are texts, my editing can be more from this. I can start from this background color if I want to add background color just for this part. So just come in and you pick a color. So you either pick a color from these ones that you have here. If you're using Canva Pro, you can go to your palette and you can select, or you can even search here. So let's say I want teal, like that. So you can see I have that color. So you can also search using a code. Let's say for any code, you always start with a hash, and then let me do black like that. You can see, yeah, so you can get the colors differently. So just the way you can edit a normal graphic, that's how you can come in and you can format this. So you can also change text color from here, let's say to white, and want to make it bold, we can increase size here like that. We can change the font type to whichever we want. Let's say I use that. Yeah, so it's as simple as that. I'm going just to add here, let's say I'm going to add the total and then the score here like that. Okay, and now this I'm going to format them differently. So let's say for the background color, I want them to be dark like that. In the font, as usual, it is going just to be white, and I can use the same font as the others, the font type, and I can increase size from here. Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly populate this and then we can go to the formula. Okay, now it's populated and we can come in and do a couple of things. Okay, so we have different information here. As you can see from top, from this other side, there are a couple of things that we can explore. You can see there's this option for actions, and when you click on it, you can see generate a table. This now use ChatGPT, like use the AI that has been integrated. You give it instructions and it can be able to generate the table for you. You can fill empty cells. You can merge charts. You can use this also AI for magic insights. You can have insights from the table that you have, and this is great when you are doing presentations and you need to have a glimpse of the data that you have, especially if the data is very huge that you can't really go through it. So this helps you with that. You can use this AI to write whatever you want to write. This for the paid, where you can use resize design, so you can be able to resize this design. And then if you are using different languages, you can also use this option. You can also import. If you have Spreadsheet on your local machine, on your desktop, you can be able to upload it. Okay, you can add comments here. And then for this is when you want to, let's say, insert maybe a chart. And so when you click here, you can see it gives me, we couldn't generate good results. So let's say, you can see when I highlight, you can see we have something, but without highlighting, I can't have anything. So the moment I highlight, you can see, just like in a normal spreadsheet where you are able to insert charts and different things, you can see I have that option from here where I'm able to insert I can insert a bubble plot, a bar chart, a line chart. I can use this. So there are and I can view even all the other options that I have. We have bar charts, line charts, pie charts, area charts. There are so many. The scatter charts. There are so many. So let's say if I just pick, let me just pick a bar chart from here. Let me see which one is better. Let me see this. So if I pick that, you can see. So you can see the different categories here like that. Yeah. So you are able to just do many things as you used to do in a normal spreadsheet. Now I can also add formula. Okay. So to add formula, the moment I write the equal sign, you can see AI, it gives me options. I have the sum, the average, and all that. So I want to use the sum option like that, and I want the sum of all this like that. So you can see I have it there, and then I can, the moment I can use the same formula, so I come here, and the moment I have this addition or plus sign, I can just drag down, and you can see it applies. So there are also other formulas. Let's say I want to use logic, so I'll do equal, and if, you can see also they still give me the options, and you can see logic test, if true, what should do, if not true, what should happen. So I want to say if this total here is greater than, let's say 60, no, is greater than 400, I want it to say, so I'm going to do an error so that we can learn something. So if it's true, I want it to say congratulations. If it's not true, I want it to say fail, or you tried. Okay, so I've put in an error so that we can learn something. So when I enter, you can see I'm having this here, and you can see it tells me the formula contains an unknown function name, and the moment I click, you can see the difference here, and I'm able to even clear here. If I right click, I'm able to get an explanation here, you can see, and this is the explanation. It says this formula checks if the total, you can see it's explaining, and it also explains why you have the error, and the error is because we need, you can see I've come in here and I've clicked and checks whether, and then tells me what the error is. So I'm going to correct that like that. You can see it works. So you can see this word exceeds this cell. So to expand it, I can just come here and double click, just like in a normal spreadsheet, and I can use the same formula like that. Okay, so now from there you know how many students have passed, how many have failed. I can also get the average of the various scores. You just come in here, you start with the equal sign, and it will give you here options. You can just click average, and you see it puts everything in its context. Just come and you select like that the different cells, and you enter. You can see we have it like that. Now it has so many decimal places, and you want to reduce, you come again at the top here where you can format. You can see there's option to format a number. So you're going here to the decimals, and we can reduce. We just want it to be 2 decimal places like that. If we don't want a decimal, it can still work like that, and we can apply the same like that. So for the average here, it should be the total of everything divided by the number of students to get the average. So yeah, so that's basically a few new things on Canva, and it's exciting that even the people who want to generate landing page are able to do it